sixth 3-minute round contest.
This is our first semi-final. It will be fought over 6 3-minute rounds. 2 falls, 2 submissions, or a knockout will decide the winner. Introducing, first of all, on my right, in the red corner, from Luton, Johnny Kidd. And his opponent, on my left, in the blue corner, from Hungary, Zoltan Bosnik. And the referee for this contest, Jeff Kay.
Thank you, Alec. Yes, Jeff Kay is the man from Hull in charge of this first semi-final here at the Royal Hall, Harrogate, in the Christmas Knockout Challenge Cup. Zoltan Bosnik, back to us on the right, hands on hips, formerly of Hungary, and Johnny Kidd of Luton.
Seconds away, round 1.
Let's see one of these two men get into the final against the winners of the other semi-final, which we'll be seeing after this one, between Jeff Kerry and Kid McCoy. And we'll also see, of course, the final later on this afternoon. Johnny Kidd from Luton, 12 stone 6. No worries about weights here because a lot of different weight wrestlers have entered this contest. Johnny Kidd, who got quite a reception when he stepped into the ring, was introduced, but Zoltan Bosnik has always not quite such a good reception. They remember his inside moves being a little bit illegal, and they're not crazy about it, his style. But I think they'd have to admit that he's one very, very good wrestler indeed. Less than 2 minutes now. Round 1. 6 3-minute rounds. 2 falls to decide. An interesting final in this particular contest. Whoever it's between. Although the semi-finals are 6 3-minute rounds and 2 falls to decide, the final is over 10 minutes duration with just 1 fall to decide. So one mistake then could be curtains for somebody. The spread. Jeff Kay doesn't like it, but he had to give him the ball. Nicely. Oh, yes, trying a chicken wing. And Johnny Kidd almost got it. He's got the fingers meeting, and this could be a submission. The chicken wing submission, one of the most ghastly things to have to take. But still, Bosnik doesn't submit from it, and he breaks the ropes before it's done again. There, the chicken wing submission. It didn't quite work. 30 seconds to go, round 1. Perfectly legal to bring that knee up to the stomach. Perfectly legal.
3, 4.
As long as it's above the belt.
6. 1, 2, 3.
On the bell now, round 1.
5.
Let's have a look at Johnny Kidd. This good-looking lad from Luton. I'm always a little surprised how we don't see more of him, because I think he's one of the finest midweight wrestlers, probably just in the heavy middleweight class now, who turned part-time pro way back in '78. He's a paint sprayer by profession, but a great wrestler with it.
Seconds away, round 2.
Round 2, 5 to go, no score, 2 falls to decide this. First semi-final in the Christmas Knockout Challenge Cup between Johnny Kidd and Zoltan Bosnik of Hungary.
3.
If this bout or either of the semi-finals happens to get to a draw, of course, then it's up to the referee to decide on points, generally aggression, points in general, so that it ensures that somebody gets to the final in this contest. And yes, Bosnik in a special submission here, just leaning on it, quite happy to stay there all day if he wanted to. But I don't think Johnny Kidd's going to submit from it. He's got a couple of minutes to take this in round 2. Yes, he can stay there all day if he wants to. Zoltan Bosnik. But if he doesn't get a submission from it, it's hardly worth it. Not scoring from it, what's the point? I'll get a bit mad after that, and quite rightly so. Why not? He's been in that painful hold for a long time. He's going to give as good as he gets now. And the crowd, all for it. Jeff K, the referee, said, "You want to finish?" He's making such a fuss about that. Asking Bosnik if he wants to finish. A minute left in the second. There's the full weight right down on the leg, over the bottom rope. And no count. But of course the damage could have been done.
3, 4.
Yes, Johnny Kidd limping quite definitely. And of course Bosnik goes for it with a great fine. Opposite arm lever. And if Bosnik gets his 3-in-1, which is of course his own left leg behind the neck, will he try for it? Anyway, George. No, he's not going to make it now. Johnny Kidd's made sure of it. And in any case, it's right on the bell of round 2. Zoltan Bosnik, not the most popular of this weight class, of course. But Jeff K going in to tell him, just behave yourself and keep to the rules, and you've got a chance in this one. He naturally wants that big trophy. That comes at the end of the final of this contest. Zoltan Bosnik from Budapest, now naturalized British.
Seconds away, round 3.
Johnny Kidd coming in fast in the second and the third round. Very well. Still no score though. 2 falls to the side about. Keeping 1 foot clear out of the ring there to make sure that nobody can attack him. And the base of the spine drop right on the point of the knee. And it's a full Boston crab if he can get it, but he can't because Boston sees it coming and escapes under the bottom rope. Lovely, that's a lovely Bosnik move, but he's a bit near the ropes. Too near the ropes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2.
Bosnik considering that left knee of Kidd now. Going for the single leg Boston. No, he's got that same hold he had on before. So submission is submitted this time. He's not going to take it again. It's only the first one anyway. 1 minute, 24 seconds. Bosnik, the winner of the first fall, a submission fall. And here we go. We'll see it again. As the Kidd gets up, Bosnik knows very well that that left leg is worrying him. Goes straight into a single leg Boston, it looked like, but he does his special instead. Just step over and the left foot at the back of the neck to make sure he doesn't move. And he submits.
In round 3, the first submission of the contest goes to the blue corner, Zoltan Bosnik.
And the question now is, Bosnik quite happy that he's got the first submission fall there, but his opponent, Johnny Kidd, in a little bit of trouble. Still down on the canvas. He's got to go any second.
Seconds away, round 4.
He's in trouble.
All right, wrestle on.
No, he doesn't want to finish now. Oh, he's in trouble with that left leg, Johnny Kidd. Bosnik is going to go straight for it when he can, of course, and quite legally so. Unfortunate, but legal.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There's no point in
2, 3.
causing a weakness if you can't take advantage of it, is the idea. Nicely turned. Yes, that right knee came up then all right. The right knee's good. Double arm, can you get him over? The further shoulder press. He's trying all the way. There it is. 2, 3, he's got it. Beautifully done, and people love that. I must admit, so do I. In just 50 seconds of round 4, the equalizing fall to Johnny Kidd. Let's see how he did that. Kidd goes with a double arm. Turns. Now he takes a lot of trouble getting his man over because Bosnik will not lose his balance there and go over the top. But the further shoulder press is on if he can get there, and there it is.
In round 4, the equalizing fall of the contest goes to Johnny Kidd. And the referee gives the first public warning to Zoltan Bosnik.
The first public warning to Bosnik in the interval after the 4th round.
Seconds away, round 5.
2 to go as we start round 5. 2 rounds to go, 1 each. The score with 1 public warning against the short, stocky Bosnik there on the left. Often these wrestlers say they'd rather give away weight than height. Well, Bosnik is giving away a lot of height here this afternoon. Toe and ankle to the former Hungarian, the fellow from Budapest who was in the same amateur wrestling club in Budapest as Peter Zakash, the well-known referee. Incidentally, of course, Bosnik was at one time British lightweight champion. Soon after he got his naturalization papers through, he took the title and held it for quite some time. For the off-gym breaks. Finally lost the title, incidentally, to Johnny Cortez in Aberdeen. Oh. This man was outside the ring, so Kidd gets a warning for that, but on the other hand, Bosnik has done that trick so many times, it's nice to see it happen to him again, occasionally. Yes. And he doesn't want to know Bosnik, he's going, right? No, he's coming back. He's getting counted, and he heard the count. And at 9.5, just made it. He's still getting counted now. Now, Kidd's got a chance of a Boston here. Level posting, head first. Over the top. Nice drop. And Bosnik gets out of the ring, as is his wont when he's in trouble. But in at 9.5, down again on one knee. And a second public warning for that.
For refusing to wrestle, Zoltan Bosnik gets the second and final public warning.
So there's no use relying on the fact that the referee can't warn you, give you a public warning because you decide to put your knee down again after a count. Because he can, and he did. posting, turned the arm on the way. He's got 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, and it's too late in this round. Well, the standing on the hair trick that Bostik often does, of course, even if the referee wasn't sure of it, Johnny Kidd knew it. And he could have his own back a bit in the last round, round 6, coming up in just a few seconds. 1 fall each and 2 public warnings against Bostik.
Seconds away for the 6th and final round.
Zoltan Bostik must be very careful now. This is a competition. He doesn't want to go out to the semi-final. He wants to get to the final, and he must behave in this round to do it, because he's had his final public warning. And the hair there, reversed of a knee hole without it being on the shoulders, more on the hair, I think. Certainly on the hair now. So only one more public warning and he's out. Oh, nice climb. I like that climb. Oh, going to go too mistimed it. Bostik sidestepped quite neatly. Kidd mistimed it, and it's the right shoulder that's doing him a little bit harm now. And Bostik goes for the posting that hurts the right shoulder a little bit more. And it's a Bostik special over the deck, and he must get a submission from this. And there's the winning submission, Zoltan Bosnik, in just 1 minute 10 seconds of the final round. 2-1, Zoltan Bosnik, and Bostik goes into the final. And here it is. So we see Bostik going in for that. He's going for the left arm, but he's going to do damage to the right shoulder, which you just seen hurt. Quite legally. In this case, there's the grapevine, there's the opposite arm lever, and there's the leg over the neck for the 3-1 special that he's made his own hold.
In the 6th and final round, the winner of our first semi-final by 2 submissions to 1 fall, Zoltan Bosnik.